Hi students, my name is A. Pawan Kumar, Statistics Faculty in Masterminds Educational Institutions. I hope you are all doing well for your examination. Why I am here is to explain the preparation strategy day before the examination. So you already aware that in our CA Foundation examination, paper 3 contains business mathematics, statistics and logical reasoning. Now here I am going to explain the preparation strategy day before the examination, how to revise all the chapters in the subject of statistics. So I am very happy to share one important thing, that is our academic director Sri MSS Prakash Garu has given very valuable inputs and his contribution is very great to making this document. So now we see how to revise all the chapters and what is our preparation strategy day before the examination one by one. Now the first one, in this video I will guide you how to revise all the chapters in the examination on the subject statistics. Just you spend 10 to 15 minutes by watching this video. Definitely I will give you a guarantee to get a clarity about our preparation. So get ready with a book and pen. So now we discuss. Now, can I leave any topic as a choice in the statistics? Yes, you can give the least priority to one chapter, that is random variables. Okay, now come to let us assume that totally 25 hours are there after completion of paper 2 examination. Let us assume that you have only 25 hours, right? Valuable time it is. Now we divide these 25 hours into 3 categories, that is 11 hours for mathematics, 11 hours for statistics, 3 hours for logical reasoning. Just you divide like that. So let us see how to revise, how to we utilize these 11 hours to revise the chapters in the statistics. Okay, for that, first the thing is you must revise the fast track material that is already provided to you, and after that you prepare the MTPs and related to the attempt that you are going to write. Okay, now after the preparation of the models given in the material in the following order of priority, right? So that is, we divided the total content and the total chapters like priority wise. Let us see first priority, second priority and third priority. The first priority, these are the most important as they are repeated in earlier attempts. Prepare all the problems given under this model. Okay, so second priority, till now no question is asked in our previous attempts, but there is a chance to ask the questions. Just prepare any 2 problems under these models, right? So coming to the third priority, these are all unimportant models, but still prepare any 1 problem under each of the model. Okay, now so first you prepare the first priority models very well. After that you prepare the second priority, that is not asked in previous attempts, but there is a chance to ask the questions. After that you prepare the third priority level, right? Now come to the chapter wise, we discuss the priorities models, how we divide it. So see, first chapter is measures of central tendency. So measures of central tendency is a highly weightage chapter, so you should revise almost all the concepts in this chapter. But in the first priority, you should revise the first basic formula for mean, median and mode. These are the basic measures of central tendency, and what are the procedures to determine the mean, median, mode for individual series. And particularly you revise all the properties regarding the mean, median, mode, and particularly origin and scale property and equation model questions also. And the determination of GM and determination of HM for individual series is enough. And you should revise the relationship between mean, median, mode and the relationship between AM, GM and HM also. And along with these topics, you should revise the weighted means and combined mean properties for AM, GM and HM also. So we have divided some other models in the second priority, that is arithmetic mean for an arithmetic progression. So how we calculate arithmetic mean for arithmetic progression, everything, and assumed mean method, and the correction of arithmetic mean. If any one observation is wrongly taken or any new observation is added, how we correct the arithmetic mean. These type of models you can give them second priority. So almost you ignore the third priority in this chapter, that is the questions based on the cumulative frequency distribution are open-end classifications and missing frequency problems. Almost these are all unimportant topics. Okay, coming to the next chapter, measures of dispersion. So you should spend minimum 1 hour to revise this chapter. So revise all the formula absolute measures of dispersion like range, QD, MD and SD, and you must mainly focus on the standard deviation, variance and coefficient of variation. That is very important. And in this chapter also we should focus on the properties, particularly origin and scale property on the absolute measures of dispersion. And along with this you must revise the skewness concept also, what are the types of skewness, everything. And second priority models are also given, right? Come to the next, correlation. So in the chapter correlation, you first to discuss the what are the different types of correlation and what are the examples for types of correlation. You must focus first. After that, you just to focus on the formula for Karl Pearson correlation coefficient, particularly no deviation method. Okay, right. So you see the problems also, and particularly you focus on the perfect linear correlation property. Perfect linear correlation, how we calculate if x and y are perfectly linearly correlated, how we calculate the correlation coefficient, and what is the effect of origin and scale on the correlation coefficient, that is also important. And probable error and standard error and population correlation coefficient limits, all these are very important concepts. So that's why we are given in the first priority model. Okay, so coming to the next, fourth chapter, regression. So first you revise how to identify the regression equations. When the two regression equations are given, how to identify the y on x equation and x on y equation. And if two regression lines are given, how to calculate the correlation coefficient. This is very, very important. Similarly, standard deviation, finding the problems and the point of intersection of two regression lines, that is x bar and y bar, how we calculate and how we solve the regression equations. These models are important, and also you revise the most important property, origin and scale, as well as we discussed in the earlier chapters. So you should revise this property in regression coefficients also. Okay, so coming to the index numbers. So coming to the index numbers, first you see the definition of index number and price relative related problems and definitions. After that, you mostly concentrate on the other weighted aggregate index numbers only, like last Pierce patches, Fisher index number and Darvish-Bowley index number, Marshall-Edgeworth index number. Like you just to revise the formula, how the index number will be constructed, how the formula will be constructed, how we calculate all these index number for a given raw data, everything you must focus, very, very important. And along with this topic, you must revise the concept, that is test of adequacy. Like we have four tests of adequacy: UT, TRT, FRT and CT, and how they are the index numbers are satisfying this test of adequacy concept. Everything you must revise. And the cost of living index number is also very, very important, how we construct the cost of living index, the salary compensation problems and real wages, how to calculate the purchasing power, everything you must focus, right? So coming to the next, statistical description of data. So it is completely theoretical chapter, so you must revise each and every concept and each and every MCQ given in our material. So that much importance is there for this chapter. So revise all the basic terminology used in the statistics, like how the statistics is originated and what are the different terminology used in the statistics, what is population, what is a survey, and what is a sample, what is a variable, what is a attribute, everything you must revise first. And also divisions of statistics, and what are the definitions, class limits and class boundaries, and what is class mark, class length, how we can determine, everything you must revise. And the frequency distribution concepts also. And similarly, primary data and secondary data, and what are the different methods for collecting the primary data, also you must revise. Particularly you must focus on the diagrammatic presentation. So after collection of data, we go to the presentations like tabular presentation, diagrammatic presentation. So in the diagrammatic presentation, first you focus on the frequency graphs like a histogram, OZ curve and frequency polygon. After that, you come to the non-frequency graphs, particularly pie chart and line diagram and bar diagram. Okay, and you must focus on the various features of the important features of the various diagrams, particularly focus on histogram and OZ curve. Now come to the probability. So that is already given. So come to the random variable, we can take it as a least priority, but you must focus some important concepts that is given in first priority. Revise the definitions of random variable and focus the problems based on the probability distributions, like finding the k problems and finding the expectation of x for a given probability distribution. And also you focus on the properties of mathematical expectation and variance also. Just you revise one time. and come to the theoretical distributions. So in this chapter, theoretical distribution, you mainly focus on the properties. You revise all the properties in three distributions: binomial, Poisson and normal theoretical properties, like particularly mean and variance concepts. What is the relationship between mean and variance in a particular distribution, and what are their parameters? What is the probability function, and how we denote the probability function, that is also important. And what are the relationship between mean and variance, how we determine the mode, what is the additive property. Each and every distribution, you revise all the properties. Along with these properties, you also focus on the moments also, right? How skewness will be determined in case of binomial distribution. What is the condition for defining the skewness, like positively skewed and negatively skewed or asymmetric. Similarly, in case of Poisson also. Okay, just you try to remember the coefficient of skewness and coefficient of kurtosis. So these may be chance to ask the questions. So, and similarly, in case of normal distribution, you revise all the theoretical properties, particularly you focus on the area property, right? So area property, so we have a different values in normal probability curve, the area covered, what is the percentage of area covered in between the mu plus or minus sigma, mu plus or minus 2 sigma and mu plus or minus 3 sigma. Just you remember all these area values, and these are also important, and you revise the problems based on the area property problems also, right? So in this way, we divided the priority wise all the models in the chapters, in all the chapters. So it is not possible to revise the entire chapter. Better you concentrate on the important definitions and important formula and properties, right? And don't go for the attempting the new questions. If any found you are any found the new questions, you don't worry about that. Just you ignore the questions. Don't go for attempting the new questions, and just revise the topics you already practiced topics only, right? So thank you for giving this opportunity. So all the best for your examination.